Hey guys, hope you're all well and having a good day so far, and hopefully now you're on your yoga mat it's about to get even better. So this is going to be a 1 hour of fun, flowing, a little bit of spice, a little bit of stretch, a good mix of everything. So if you do make it to the end of this class and you enjoyed it, I would really appreciate if you could take the time to give the video a big thumbs up. It lets me know that you enjoyed it and that I should make more like this one. Leaving a comment to let me know what you thought of it is always appreciated too. And of course, if you subscribe, that means that you won't miss my next class as well, and we can flow again together soon. So once you are ready, we will be starting today down on our backs, and the suggestion is to come into this kind of teepee shape with the legs. So plant the soles of the feet towards the outside edges of the mat and then let the knees rest in towards one another. Then the suggestion is to bring one hand onto the heart and one hand onto the lower belly. This will help you to connect to your heartbeat, to connect to your breathing. And just take a moment here to really surrender, to relax and to let go. So whatever you were doing before this class, whatever you've got lined up after this class, whatever you've got going on in your life, see if you can just set that to one side for this next hour and really dedicate this hour to yourself, to move, to breathe, to connect to your body, to connect to your breath. Carving out just 1 hour of special time for yourself. Nowhere else to be, nothing else to do, just to be here now on your mat. With every exhale, you might think about releasing tension on the wave of your breath, sending it away from the body, letting it go. Breathing into those spaces of tension, letting the breath absorb that tension and then sending it out of the body with your exhale. Completely softening, relaxing, softening. Imagine yourself melting into the earth beneath you. Maybe take a moment to notice all the parts of the body that are connected to the mat. Notice how that feels, notice that stability, that solidity, that foundation, the grounding. Providing that support so that you can then soften, release, relax, let go. Take a few more breaths here, just thinking about the movement of the breath, the stillness of the body. Interlace all 10 fingers, press the palms up away from you overhead and straighten the legs, point through the toes, find a big full body stretch, maybe squeeze the arms in towards the ears, lengthen through the legs, take a big breath in, lengthen, 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 squeeze, 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 and exhale, soften, release, relax. Bend the right knee, plant the sole of the right foot on the floor. Walk the left foot as far as you can over towards the bottom left corner of the mat. Then use the right foot to help you pick the hips up off the floor and shift them as far as you can over to the right. Then cross right ankle over the top of the left knee. Shimmy the upper body, the arms, over towards the top left corner of the mat, and you might bring the left fingertips to interlace around the right wrist, trying to ground the right hip and the right shoulder into the earth. Send some big, deep breaths into the right side of the body. Uncross the right ankle, release the right wrist, make your way back through center. Then bend the left foot, the knee, plant the foot on the floor, walk the right foot towards the bottom right corner of the mat, lift the hips, drop them to the left ankle over right ankle, shimmy the arms, maybe catch the left wrist with the right fingertips. Imagine like there's a magnet drawing the left hip and the left shoulder back down into the earth. And maybe notice how finding a big deep breath brings a deeper sensation into the left side of the body. One more big breath in. And big breath out. Unravel back through center. Find your long, neutral, straight spine. Squeeze the right knee in towards the chest. Find some circles with the knee, but not using the hands. So we're just using the mobility, the strength of the hip to move the knee. Switch direction of the circles. Now squeeze the knee into the chest, reach the hands around for the sole of the right foot, interlace the fingers, pull the right knee down in towards the right armpit. So the right thigh drawing down towards the floor. Even as the hands pull down on the foot, see if you can push the foot back into the hands to activate through the hips, finding the engagement even as we stretch. Release the grip on the foot, hands interlace around the shin, lift the left foot to hover above the floor, then see if you can rock yourself up to seated, keeping the legs hovering, keeping the hands interlaced around the right shin. Draw the shoulders back, lift the chest up. Keep the legs as they are, extend the fingertips towards the front of the room. Keep the left leg hovering above the floor. Start to roll down onto your back slowly. When the back lands, straighten the right leg, point the toes up towards the ceiling. Then find some little baby pulses through the upper body. So lifting and lowering through the head, the neck, the shoulders. Using the core to lift you up rather than straining through the neck. Keep it going for 3, 2, last one, lift up and hold. See if you can bring the fingertips to touch around the back of the right thigh. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Keep the hands around the back of the right leg. Lower the left foot down, lower the head, the neck, the shoulders down, and then pull the right leg in towards you. Maybe even reaching the hands around for the heel of the right foot. Release the right leg, extend it long. Squeeze the left knee into the chest without using the hands. Circle through the left knee, mobilize the left hip. Switch direction. Pull the left knee in, hands under the sole of the left foot. Draw the thigh down towards the floor. Find the opposition between the hands pulling down and the foot pushing up. Release from half happy baby. Squeeze the left knee into the chest, lift the right foot to hover and rock your way up to seated, finding the balance on the sit bones. Reach the fingertips towards the front of the room, pause. Keep the right leg hovering as you slowly lower down towards the back, and as you do so, straighten the left leg, point through both toes, and then start to find those little lifts and lowers. Moving at your own pace, but keeping it slow and controlled, not rushing too much. Make this your last one, lift and hold. Maybe the hands touch behind the back of the left leg. Lift a teeny tiny little bit higher. Then drop the right leg down, lower onto your back, pull the left leg even closer in towards you. Release the left leg, Squeeze both knees into the chest, bring the hands to interlace around the shins, have a little rock from side to side. Bring the peace fingers and thumb to interlace around the big toes. See if you can straighten the legs straight above you, so the soles of the feet point up towards the ceiling. Then rock yourself backwards, maybe the toes tap the floor behind you. Then see if you can keep the legs straight and rock up to seat, catch the balance on the sit bones. Let's do 3 more like that. Lower all the way down and back. Rock yourself up. It's harder than it looks. 2 more, rock it back. Oop, bring it up, catch the balance. Last time, take it back. Bring it up, catch the balance, hold when you get to the top. Maybe bend the elbows and pull the legs even closer in towards you. Maybe point through the toes, lift through the chest. Then start to open the legs out wide, finding a wide V shape through the legs. Find the balance on the sit bones. Try and keep space across the chest and the shoulders, not rounding through the spine. Breathe in. Breathe out. Bring the legs back to center. Release the grip on the feet. Keep the legs lifted. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. Reach the fingertips up towards the ceiling. Now see if you can bend into the knees and drop the feet over towards the right hand side. Then drop the knees to the floor. So you're sat in a kneeling position, but rather than sat on top of the heels, you're sat to the left of the heels. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, lower the left hand to the floor. Reach the right arm up and over. Find the side body stretch. Then as you inhale, take it over to the other side. Left arm up and over, right arm down. Now keep moving between those 2 shapes. Over to one side, back to the other. Find the fluidity so you can't tell where one movement ends and where the next one begins. Keeping the hips grounding down as you stretch over to the other side, finding length all the way from hip to shoulder. Next time you drop the left hand down, pause there, sweep the right arm up and over, and then lift the hips away from the floor. Then lift the right knee, squeeze the right knee into the right elbow. Inhale, tap the right knee to meet the left knee. It's like a funky half side plank. Exhale, squeeze in. One more time. Inhale, tap it down. Exhale, squeeze in, pause there. Bring right hand onto right knee and open the knee up towards the ceiling. Notice that you're not collapsing into the left hand. Press the hand into the floor, the shoulder away from the ear. Breathe in. Breathe out. Release the grip on the knee. Drop right knee to meet left knee. Reach the arm up and over. Then drop the hips back down to the floor. Bring the hands either side of the knees. Then see if you can lift the knees and the feet off the floor. Swing the legs in between the hands and come back into boat pose. That might have worked, it might not have worked, doesn't matter. Make your way into boat however you need to get there. Reach the fingertips up towards the ceiling. This time point the toes over towards the left hand side. Bend the knees, drop the knees to the floor. Come to sit down to the right hand side of the heels. Drop left hand down, reach right arm up and over, side body stretch. Then keep it flowing from one side to the other. Maybe even lowering the elbow down onto the earth when you land in the side body stretch. The next time the right hand meets the earth, lift the hips away from the mat, reach the left arm up and over, then lift the left knee, squeeze elbow into knee. Inhale, reach the arm, tap the knee down. Exhale, squeeze in. One more time, breathe in. Breathe out, squeeze in, pause. Bring left hand onto left knee, open the knee up. Release the knee, drop it back down to meet the right knee. Sit back down to the side of the heels. Plant the hands either side of the knees. Maybe you can lift everything off the mat and swing the legs through. Land back in your boat pose. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Now we'll do some of those rock backs again, but this time without using the hands. Maybe keep the legs straight, rock back, bring it up, catch the balance. 2 more, take it back, bring it back up. Last time, take it back, bring it up, catch the balance, cross over the ankles, maybe jump through and land with the knees hovering in a floating tabletop position. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. 1 more inhale. Drop the knees to the floor as you exhale. Untuck the toes. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the chest. Exhale, press the floor away, round the spine. Keep it moving. Inhale to expand. Exhale to contract. Last time, breathe in. Breathe out. Find your way back to a neutral tabletop. Reach the right arm towards the front of the room, then lift the right leg off the earth as well. So just balancing on the left hand and the left knee. See if you can keep the shoulders and the hips square to one another. So we're not opening up to the side. We're still trying to keep the right shoulder in line with the left shoulder, right hip in line with left hip. Inhale, extend the arm and the leg even further away from one another. Exhale, right elbow to right knee. 2 more. Inhale to reach. Exhale, squeeze in. Last time. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, squeeze in. Pause there. See if you can keep the contact between the knee and the elbow as you step the right foot through in between the hands. Then press the left hand to meet the right hand. Right knee, right elbow still above the right knee. Hips dropping down. Inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale, right fingertips catch the left wrist, side bend over to the left hand side. Really dropping the left hip low to lengthen all the way through the left side of the body. Keep the side bend, lower the right hand onto the right hip, maybe reach the left arm even further over. Drop the left hand onto the right knee, twist over towards the right hand side, tuck under the back toes, lift the back knee to hover, drop it back down. 4 more like that, lift, gently lower for 3. Last 2. Last 1, lift and hold. Bend the right knee a little bit deeper, drop the right hip a little bit lower. Keep the upper body in the same arrangement. Step the left foot to meet the right foot, landing in a chair pose. Reach the left fingertips forward, extend the right arm backward, twisted chair. Drop the hips a little bit lower, bend the knees a little bit deeper. Unwind from the twist, come up to standing, bring the left knee up and in towards the chest as you make your way up. Circle through the left ankle in both directions. Circle through the left knee. Switch direction. Now squeeze the left knee up and in towards the chest. Breathe in. Step the left toes back into a high lunge. Breathe out. Inhale here. Exhale, step back onto the right foot. Squeeze the left knee into the chest. Tap the fingertips to the knee. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, bring it in. 1 more time. Inhale, take it back. Exhale, squeeze in. This time, take it back to your high crescent lunge. Take a big breath in. Exhale, lower the hands or the fingertips to the floor. Inhale, sink the hips down low, lift the chest high. Exhale, straighten both legs, fold down into an extended pyramid. Inhale, lunge it forwards. Exhale, take it back. One more time. Inhale, bring it forwards. Exhale, take it back. Pause there. Start to extend the arms towards the back of the room. Keep the hands on the floor, but point the fingertips towards the back of the mat. So the arms are going in the same direction as the left leg. Now see if you can start to lift the left foot off the floor. Squeeze the left knee in line with the right knee. Squeeze the left heel into the glute. Now throwing you right into the fire here. See if you can swing the left leg through. Push the hips up. Come into a one-legged reverse table on the fingertips. Lift the hips so that they're level with the shoulders. Now reverse that, see if you can swing the left leg back through into your extended pyramid. Let's do that one more time. Come into flamingo, swing through, reverse tabletop, swing it back through, extended pyramid. Inhale here, exhale. Keep the legs in the same arrangement, but swivel the left heel onto the floor if it's not already. Then reach both arms all the way up. Both legs are straight. Breathe in. Left arm forward, right arm back. Find the twist as you breathe out. Inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale, bend the right knee. Plant the hands on the earth. Step it back to a plank. Lower halfway, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pause here for a few breaths to settle in. First downward dog of the practice, so opportunity to check in and see how things are feeling today. What parts of the body feel spacious and open? What parts of the body feel tense and tight and need a little bit of extra movement to bring space? Inhale, sweep the right leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, wave it forwards into a three-legged plank. Lower down halfway, chaturanga. Inhale, one-legged upward facing dog. Exhale, three-legged dog. Drop the right foot down to the floor. Inhale, sweep the left leg high. Exhale, forwards into a high plank. Lower down halfway, chaturanga. Upward facing dog with the left leg still lifted. Sweep it back, three-legged dog. Drop the left foot down. Wave it forwards into a high plank. Come onto the tops of the feet here. Press the floor away with the hands. Start to roll the legs down towards the floor. Come into an upward facing dog. Draw the shoulders back, lift the chest. Then lift the legs off the floor, press back up into this plank on the tops of the feet. Two more like that. Lower the legs, lift the chest, lift the legs round through the upper back. One more time. Big breath in, big breath out. Now drop the knees down to the floor. Walk them in line with the hips back into a tabletop position. Inhale, reach the left arm forward, lift the left leg off the floor. See if you can square the shoulders and the hips down towards the earth. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, find even more length. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale to reach. Exhale, squeeze in. One more time. Big breath in. Big breath out, squeeze. Keep the contact between the knee and the elbow. Step the foot through into a lunge. Bring right hand to meet left hand. Press the palms together. Inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale, left fingertips round right wrist. Find the side body stretch. Keep the side bend, lower left hand onto left hip, reach right arm even further over. Lower right hand onto left knee, spin your way into the twist. Tuck under the back toes, lift the back knee, gently lower it back down. 3 more times, lift and lower, lift, lower. Last time, lift and keep the knee lifted. Step right foot to meet left foot for chair pose with the arms staying as they are for a moment. Reach left arm forward, reach right arm forward, extend left arm back, twisted chair, Utkatasana, drop the hips low. Straighten the legs, reach the arms up, bring the right knee up and into the chest with you. Circle through the right ankle both ways. Circle through the knee. Circle the knee the other way. Squeeze the knee back up into the chest, breathe in. Drop the right toes all the way back, breathe out. Pause here for your inhale. Step back onto the left foot, bring everything in, exhale. Inhale, take it back into your lunge. Exhale, bring it forward. This time, take it back as you breathe in, pause there. Inhale. Exhale, lower the fingertips to the floor. Inhale, drop the hips low, lift the heart high. Exhale, straighten both legs, extended pyramid. Inhale, bring it forwards and down. Exhale, take it up and back. Last time each way, big breath in. Big breath out, take it back, pause there. Fingertips point towards the back of the room, arms are straight. Tent through the fingertips. Then start to squeeze the right knee in line with the left knee. Right heel into the glute. Then swing the right leg through, push the hips up, one-legged, fingertip, reverse tabletop. Swing it back into your extended pyramid. One more time, swing it through into reverse table. Take it back into your extended pyramid. Ground through the right heel. Keep both legs straight. Inhale, reach both arms all the way up. Exhale, twist to the left-hand side. Inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale, bend the left knee, plant the hands on the earth. Step it back to plank, lower through a chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Lower both elbows down towards the floor for dolphin. Lift them back up. Lower and lift. Keep it going. Lower, lift, lower and lift. One more time. Drop it down. Lift it up. Inhale, sweep the right leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, 3-point plank. Lower through a vinyasa. One-legged upward facing dog. Back to a three-legged dog. Drop the foot back down. Inhale, sweep the left leg high. Wave it forwards into a plank. Through a chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Three-legged dog. Downward facing dog. Ripple it forwards into a high plank. Come onto the tops of the feet. This time, maybe walk the hands forwards towards the top of the mat so you're in a hollow plank on the tops of the feet. Maybe start to lower the legs, the hips, down to the floor for seal pose. So the belly button is still lifted above the floor. Then maybe still on the tops of the feet. You can lift the legs back up. I maybe had to tuck under my toes for a moment there to get back up, so no worries if you had to do the same. Let's try that 2 more times. Drop the legs down. Lift through the chest, breathe in. Then maybe you stay on the tops of the feet. Lift your weight up as you breathe out. That is so hard. Let's try it one more time. Ooh, inhale, take it down. Exhale, lift your way up into this hollow plank. Walk the hands back underneath the shoulders. Come back onto the tiptoes. Drop the knees underneath the hips. Tabletop position. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. Inhale, reach the right arm forward. Right leg back. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach. Exhale, squeeze. Last time, inhale, reach. Exhale, squeeze in, pause there. Then maybe start to reach the right hand around for the outside edge of the right foot and kick the foot into the hand for swan pose, but we've got just the left hand and the left knee on the floor. So normally we would do this with opposite hand to opposite leg, which makes it easier to balance, but now we're on the same side, it makes it a little bit more of a challenge. If you want to take it even further, you might play around with flipping your grip, reaching the right hand onto the toes, spinning the elbow up towards the ceiling, kicking the foot even higher into the hand. Maybe even lowering the foot to tap the top of the head if you're feeling extra spicy today. So you've got the foot on the head, lift it up, release the grip on the leg. Keep the arm reaching forward, keep the leg extending back. Take one last big breath in. Big breath out, squeeze elbow into knee once again. Step the foot through between the hands. Lift the left knee off the floor this time. Press the hands together at heart center. Reach both arms up with your inhale. Clasp the left wrist, side bend as you exhale. Right hand onto right hip, left hand onto right knee. Find your twist. Tap the left knee to the floor. Lift. 3 more. Tap, lift, tap, lift. Last time. Tap and lift. Inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale, step onto the right foot. Squeeze the left knee into the chest. Send right arm forward, left arm backward, twisting over to the left hand side. Keep the arms as they are. Take a big step back with the left foot, landing in a warrior 2 on the right leg. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle. Keep it moving. Inhale, sweep it up and back. Exhale, wave it forward. Last time, take it back, pause there. Bring the left fingertips around the right wrist. Lean back even further. Keep the left fingertips around the right wrist. Lift the left heel, spin onto the left tiptoes and hinge the torso forwards so you're in a power lunge with the bind around the right wrist. Now see if you can step onto the right foot. Keep the arms reaching straight out in front of you for warrior 3 with the bind. Come up to standing, bring the left knee up and into the chest. Step at the left toes behind the right toes and off the right hand side of the mat. Then lean over to the left hand side. Still got the clasp around the right wrist. Send the breath into the right side of the body. Release the clasp of the wrist. Reach both fingertips up and overhead. Squeeze the left knee back up and in towards the chest. Cross the left ankle over the right knee. Bend into the knee. Lower the elbows down towards the right thigh. Not the right thigh, the left calf. Not even close. Press the hands at the heart if they're not already. See if you can slide the hands in the gap between the legs. Sliding the elbows underneath the left shin, then come up to standing and bring the left shin up into the chest with you. Super fun. Now reverse your way out. Lower the left ankle back onto the right knee. Unravel the arms, reach the arms up, squeeze the left knee into the chest. Drop the left foot next to the right foot. Inhale, reach both arms up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, bend the knees, Uttanasana. Inhale, press the hands into the shins, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, plant the hands on the floor. Step the left foot back. Step the right foot to hover. Right foot hovering above the earth. Then see if you can reach the right arm towards the front of the room. See if you can tap right knee to right elbow. Inhale to extend. Ooh. Exhale, squeeze in. Maybe still on the left tiptoes. One more. Inhale, reach. Exhale, squeeze in. Keep the contact between the knee and the elbow. Step the right foot to the top of the mat and then drop the hips above the right heel. Right elbow still on the right knee. Place the left hand on the top of the left leg. It's like a little funky Skandasana, and maybe using the right elbow on the right knee to open the leg up even further. Press both hands together at heart center. Travel over to Skandasana at the back of the mat. Back to Skandasana at the top of the mat. Frame the right foot, step it back to plank, work through a Vinyasa. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Drop the elbows to the earth. Lift them up. Lower and lift. Lower, lift, lower and lift. This time, lower the elbows to the earth. Keep them on the floor. Step the feet back so you're in a four-arm plank. Lower the hips down towards the floor. Untuck the toes, tops of the feet flat on the mat. Breathe in here. Breathe out. Lift the hips, lift the knees from the floor. 3 more like that. Inhale, open. Exhale, lift. Last time. Big breath in. Big breath out. Lift and pause. Maybe lift the right leg to hover. Drop it back down. Lift left leg to hover. Drop it back down. 1 more each way. Lower the hips down. Slide the hands back in line with the ribs. Press your way up into tabletop. Now we get to do all of that fun, crazy stuff on the second side. Left leg back, left arm forward, breathe in. Elbow to knee, breathe out. Inhale to reach. Exhale to squeeze. Last time, big breath in to reach. Big breath out, squeeze in, pause. Maybe slide the left hand down the left shin to grab the foot and then kick the foot into the hand, open through the chest. Big challenge for the balance, so just do what you can. Really press the right hand into the earth to help stabilize your foundation. Then maybe flip the grip, bringing the fingertips onto the top of the foot, swiveling the elbow up towards the ceiling, kicking the foot into the hand. Maybe bring the top of the foot to tap the top of the head, just an option. Kick it back up, gently, carefully, release, breathe in. Elbow to knee, breathe out, keep the contact. Step the foot to the top of the mat, lift the right knee, press right hand to meet left hand. Reach both arms up, breathe in, catch the right wrist, side bend, breathe out. Lower the left hand to the left hip. Lower the right hand to the left knee. Swivel into the twist. Tap the back knee down. Lift. Lower. Lift. Last two. Lower. Lift. Lower. Lift. Inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale, step onto the left foot. Squeeze the right knee up and in towards the chest. Left arm forward, right arm back. Find the twist. Keep the arms extended. Step the right foot back. Land in warrior two on the left leg. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, bring it back. Exhale, sweep it forward. Last time, take it back and pause. Bring the right fingertips around the left wrist. Bend the left knee a little bit deeper. Lean back a little bit further. Keep the clasp of the hand around the wrist. Keep the left knee bent. Pop onto the right tip toes. Hinge the torso forward for a power lunge. Keep the belly hovering above the left leg. Then take a big step onto the left foot. Lift the right leg from the floor for a warrior three. Bring it up to standing, squeeze the knee into the chest, keep the clasp around the wrist. Step the right toes over and behind, off the left hand side of the mat. Lean up and over to the right hand side. Breathe into the left ribs, the left lung. Release the clasp of the wrist, reach both arms all the way up overhead. Squeeze the right knee up and in towards the chest. Cross the right ankle over the top of the left knee. Press the hands at the heart. Bend the left knee. Lower the elbows down onto the right knee, the right ankle. Keeping the fingertips pressed together. Start to thread the hands in that gap between the legs. Hook the right calf in the elbows. Come up to standing. Bring the right leg up with you. Find your balance. Pause at the top for a moment. Then slow it down as you lower back. Reverse your way out. Bring right ankle back onto the left knee. Unravel the arms. Reach the arms up. Squeeze the right knee into the chest. Drop the right foot down next to the left. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands. Step the right foot back. Bring the left leg to hover, three-legged plank. Reach the left arm towards the front of the room. Breathe in. Elbow to knee. Breathe out. Maybe do two more. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Breathe in. Breathe out. Squeeze in. Keep contact between left knee and left elbow. Step the foot forwards. Spin your way into Skandasana with the left elbow on the left knee. Place the right hand on the right thigh or the right calf. Press the palms at heart center. Open through the chest. Drop the shoulders back. Travel over to Skandasana on the right leg. Bring it back over to the front. Frame the foot. Step it back to plank. Vinyasa. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. One more inhale. Exhale. Lower the forearms onto the earth. Pause there. You might work through those lifts and lowers like we did before, or opportunity to get upside down, maybe come into a pincher. So this is a few minutes of playtime. Do what is calling to you. Get upside down, do a headstand, forearm stand, handstand. Maybe come down for a child's pose. Anything that you fancy. If you are doing an inversion, try and keep it even, kicking up or floating up from both sides, even the one that is your bad side. Although there's no such thing as a bad side, just the side that we find a little bit more challenging. No such thing as being bad at yoga. Eventually, when you've had your fix, feel free to pop me on pause if you're not quite ready to move on. Otherwise, we'll all meet back in a downward facing dog. Inhale, sweep the right leg high. Exhale, right knee to left elbow. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, same again, right knee, left elbow. One more time, inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, tap the knee to the elbow. Spin onto the inside edge of the left foot. Lift the left hand, straighten the right leg out to the side, but keep the leg lifted. Bend into the left knee, send the hips towards the heels, but keep the hips hovering. Then straighten once again. Bend the knee, drop the hips down, straighten the knee, lift up. Last time, drop it low, press back up, drop the right foot to the floor, to the outside of the mat, push the hips a little bit higher. Then drop the hips down, walk to fold down in between the legs for Upavista Konasana, wide-legged fold. Slide your way back up out of the fold. Bring the hands to frame the right leg. Lift the hips off the floor. Drop them back down. Lift the right leg off the floor. Drop it back down. Hips, leg. Last time, hips, leg, then everything. The hips, both legs. Lift, lift, lift. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Drop it down. Plant the right hand back at the front of the mat. Inhale, lift back up into fallen triangle. Bring a left hand back under left shoulder. Swivel the right leg high, three-legged dog. See if you can keep the right leg straight and swing the leg through in between the hands into a split. If splits is not in your practice, you can find your way into a half split instead, of course, more than welcome. If you're in a full split and you want to add on, bring the right fingertips to the floor outside of the right hip. Start to bend into the left knee. Maybe bring the left hand around the outside of the left ankle, or maybe flip the grip, swivel the elbow up, and pull the toes towards the back of the head. You can always bring the right hand to meet the left as well. Just makes it a little bit more challenging to balance when you've not got the right fingertips on the floor. If you've got the grip on the left foot, release, drop the toes back down. Bring the hands to frame the right leg. Lift the back knee off the floor, lift the right hip off the floor. And just like we did on the way in, see if you can keep the right leg straight the whole time as you sweep it up and back into a three-legged dog. Then flip your way over into a wild thing. Push the hips high, push the heart high, breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. Lower the right hand down, drop the right foot to the floor, then carry on rolling onto a right side of Ashistasana. Side plank, push the hips up. Inhale here. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, squeeze. One more. Breathe in, reach. Breathe out, squeeze in. Maybe reach the left fingertips for the left big toe. Kick the foot into the hand, straighten the leg. Release the grip on the foot. Let the left foot meet the right foot, Vashistasana, side plank. Roll back into a high plank. Walk the hands forwards, hollow out the plank. Maybe once again, come onto the tops of the feet. Lower the thighs, the belly, down to the mat. Seal pose. Then you know what it was like last time, so pick wisely. Maybe stay on the tops of the feet as you lift back up into your hollow plank. Shall we do 2 more? Let's do 2 more. Lower it down. Lift it up. It's very hard to speak while doing that. Let's do 1 more. Drop it down. Exhale. Press back up. Walk the hands back underneath the shoulders. Roll onto the tiptoes. Work through a vinyasa. Wave it back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, sweep the left leg high. Exhale, left knee, right elbow. Inhale, sweep. Exhale, tap. Last time, big breath in, sweep it up. Big breath out, tap. Spin onto the inside edge of the right foot. Lift the right hand, straighten the left leg. Kick it out to the side. Bend the right knee, send the hips back. Straighten the right knee, bring the hips forward. 2 more, take it down. Lift up. Last time, take it down. Bring it back up. Drop the left foot towards the top right of the mat. Sit yourself down. Fold down in between the legs. Upavista Konasana, wide-legged fold. Walk the hands up towards the body. Bring the hands to frame the left thigh. Lift the hips. Lift the left heel. Hips lift. Heel lifts. Hips. Heel. This time, maybe everything. Legs, hips. Flying above the mat. Drop everything back down. Left hand towards the top left of the mat. Push the hips high. Reach the right arm up and forwards. Lower the right hand to the floor. Sweep the left leg back. 3-legged dog. Maybe you keep the left leg straight as you swing it through between the hands and drop it into a split. Or make your way into half split if that's what you need on this side. So for me, my left leg is a lot tighter than my right leg, and you might be the same. Or maybe you're the opposite. So take what you need on this side. Maybe to add on, the left fingertips come to the outside of the left hip. Right knee bends. Maybe just reach the right hand for the outside of the right ankle and pull the leg in that way. Maybe flip your grip. Hands to the toes. Elbow swivels up. Maybe pull the toes in towards the back of the head, towards the shoulders, the upper back. Maybe bring the left hand to meet the right hand. If you've got the grip on the foot, release. Bring the hands to frame the left leg. See if you can keep the left leg straight as you sweep it all the way up and back, three-legged dog. Then flip your way over into wild thing. Drop the left toes over to the right hand side. Lift the hips, lift the heart. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Lower the left hand back to the floor. Drop the left foot to the floor. Spin your way over into Vashisthasana, side plank on the left hand side. Inhale here. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale to extend. Exhale, squeeze in. One more time. Big breath in to reach. Big breath out, squeeze, pause. Maybe reach right piece, finger and thumb for the right big toe. Maybe start to straighten the leg, kick the toes into the hand. Maybe fall out of it and come back in. Super strong through the left hand. Press the hand into the earth. Shoulder away from ear. Release the grip on the foot. Drop the right foot on top of the left foot. Roll back into a high plank. Lower chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, ripple forwards, high plank. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Two more like that. Inhale, forwards, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Last time, big breath in, bring it forwards. Big breath out, lower down. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, bend the knees, press the chest back towards the thighs. Exhale, step, hop, jump, float, make your way forwards. Inhale, flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Reach the arms up. Exhale, press the hands together at heart center. Turn to face the long edge of the mat and step the feet out wide. Toes point out, heels point in, knees bend above the ankles. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands through heart center. Inhale, straighten the legs, reach up. Exhale, bend the knees, sink down. One more like that. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, sink it down, pause. Bring the right forearm onto the top of the right thigh. Then straighten the left leg as you reach the left arm up and over. Find one long line from the left fingertips to the left heel. Inhale, bend both knees, reach both arms up. Exhale, hands through heart center. Left forearm onto left thigh. Right leg straight, right arm reaches up and over. Inhale, bring it back through center, both arms up. Exhale, hands through heart center. Lift the left heel, lower, right heel, lower, left, lower, right, lower, left, lower, right, lower, both. Keep both heels lifted, straighten both legs, heels still lifted, bend the knees. Straighten, oop, maybe fall, bend, and straighten. Last time, bend, pulse for 10. 5, 4, 3, maybe we're at 2, maybe 1, maybe 1.5, 0.5, and 0. Drop the heels, straighten the legs, turn the heels out, turn the toes in, give the hips a little wiggle from side to side. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, push the hips back, reach the arms forward, come down halfway, hinge, hover, hold. Lower the forearms or the hands to the floor, fold down in between the legs. Another opportunity for some playtime here, so maybe stay in your fold. Maybe this is an opportunity to practice a tripod headstand. Maybe press your way up into a forearm stand. Maybe you just chill out here in the fold. Take the option that's calling to you today. If you're upside down, maybe give some leg variations a try. Find butterfly legs. And then maybe fall out of it like I did. Eventually, everyone lowering back down into Prasarita Paruttanasana. Walk the hands over to the left, give the left leg a little hug. Walk the hands over to the right, give the right leg a hug. Bring it back through center. Bring the hands onto the hips, find your flat back. Hinge all the way up to standing. Turn the toes out, the heels in. Press the palms at the heart, then see if you can hop and land in a malasana at the center of the mat. Press the elbows into the knees into the elbows. Have a little wiggle from side to side. Place the hands on the floor underneath the shoulders. Then keeping the legs on the outsides of the arms, so rather than crow pose where they're on the backs of the arms, slightly different variation, keeping the legs on the outside of the arms. Lean forward, lift the toes off the mat, see if you can tap the nose to the floor, then drop the feet, press the hands at the heart. Let's do 4 more like that. Hands down, toes lift, nose taps, drop the feet, lift the hands, keep it moving. Last 3. Last 1. Now slide the hands even further back so the heels of the hands are in line with the heels of the feet. Rest the thighs on the backs of the thighs on the backs of the arms. Then maybe start to lift the legs and fly your way into Titibhasana, firefly pose. Maybe wrap the ankles, cross one in front of the other. Open back out wide. Cross the other ankle in front of the other. Open back out wide. Drop the legs wide, drop the hips to the floor. Upavista Konasana once again. This time you can bring the legs even wider if that feels good. So bring the hands behind you or in front of you to help you shimmy the legs even wider. Be mindful that the thighs are not rolling in. See if you can keep them rolling up and back so the toes point up towards the ceiling. Just pause here for a moment, gather your breath. Lengthen through the spine. Notice that you're not rounding through the back body. Shoulders are stacked above the hips. Place the hands on the floor in front of the hips. Point through the toes. Shift the weight into the hands. Lift the hips. Lower the hips down. Point the toes. Lift the legs. Lower them down. Lift the hips. Lift the heels, lift the hips, lift the heels. This time, maybe lift everything. and then drop back down. The burn in the quads is real with that one. Whew. Now lower the left forearm to the inside of the left leg. Reach the right arm up and over towards the left foot, and maybe bring the left hand to meet the right. So both hands maybe come to interlace around the sole of the foot. Not rolling the chest down towards the floor, so keep the right shoulder in line with the right hip. Try and ground the right hip down towards the floor. Send some big deep breaths into the right ribs, the right lung. Slowly bring yourself up out of the side bend. Bring the fingertips to frame the left leg and start to fold down over the leg. Maybe reaching the hands towards the foot. Starting to get a little bit more slow, a little bit more stretchy, so start to let the body settle, let the breath settle and become smooth and deep. And maybe you find that as the body and the breath start to slow down, your mind maybe starts to settle and slow down just a little bit. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. Just notice any changes that occur. Slowly start to slide your way back upright. Lower the right forearm to the inside of the right leg. Reach the left arm up and over in the direction of the right foot. And that's my mat squeaking, not me. Maybe bring the right hand to meet the left. Interlace the hands underneath the sole of the foot. Using that grip to help pull yourself a little bit further into the bend. Slowly unravel from the side bend, hands frame the right leg and maybe start to fold down over the leg. Finding the depth that feels supported on this side. Nice and slowly ease yourself back up and out of it. Then take it down the middle. Walk the hands forward. Maybe have a little sway from side to side as you make your way down. Lowering the belly towards the earth. So rather than trying to reach the head and the chest towards the floor, see if you can think about reaching the belly down first. And then if the belly meets, you might continue to lower the chest and the head down. This will help you fold with a nice long spine rather than rounding through the back body. We'll be holding here for a good few breaths, and you might find that as you hold the shape, You can let go of a little bit more tension with every exhale. Find a little bit more depth, a little bit more softness, a little bit more space. Just a few more breaths here. Notice if you're tempted to rush back out of it, now that you know that the end is in sight. And see if you can linger for just a little bit longer. Slowly start to press your way back upright. Walk the hands back up towards the body. Bring the hand underneath the back thigh and swing that leg around to meet the front leg. Come to face the front of the mat once again. Plant the soles of the feet on the floor. Knees point up towards the ceiling. Hands around the backs of the thighs. Draw the shoulders down and back. Lift through the chest. Maybe lift the feet to hover above the mat, shins parallel to the floor. Maybe reach the fingertips around for the big toes. Maybe straighten the legs. Maybe point through the toes, shoulders back, chest up. Then just like we did at the start, maybe 3 times. Lower down onto your back. And then bring it back up. 2 more, take it back. Bring it up, maybe catch the balance at the top. Last time, take it back. Find the momentum, rock your way up. This time, lower down onto the back. Let the feet drop to the floor. Release the grip on the feet, come into plow pose. Dropping the toes up and overhead. Stacking the hips above the shoulders. Extending the arms towards the front of the mat. Bring the hands onto the lower back. Start to lift the legs up to stack above the hips, coming into a shoulder stand. Wrap the right leg around the left leg, eagle legs, find the double wrap. Bend into the knees, squeeze them in towards you. Then draw them up and away from you. 2 more like that, pull them in. Lift them up, last time, squeeze in. Lift up, unravel, left leg over right leg. Draw the legs away, pull them down and in. Extend and lift, squeeze in. Last time, lift it up, squeeze in. Unravel the legs, point the toes back up towards the ceiling. Drop the legs back behind you into plow. Then straighten the arms onto the mat. Slowly lower down towards the earth. Extend the legs straight, and when the legs land, push into the elbows. Bring the forearms onto the floor, lift the chest up into fish pose. You can keep the chin tucking into the chest, or you can drop the head back if that feels supported through the neck. In fish pose, maybe lift the right leg off the floor. Lower it back down. Lift the left leg and lower. Maybe lift both legs and lower. A little bit of core. Lift both legs and lower. Last time, lift, lower, roll back down onto the back, bend into the knees. Hug them into the chest, wrap the arms around the shins, have a little rock from side to side. Take some really big deep breaths so that you can feel the belly pressing into the thighs with every breath in. And feel the thighs squeezing back in as you release your breath out. 2 more like that, full complete breath in. Full complete breath out. Last time, inhale, inhale, inhale. Exhale, let it go. Drop the feet to the floor, let the knees fall out wide, Supta Baddha Konasana. One hand on the heart, one hand on the belly. Then you can stay here for your Shavasana if you would like. Or you can find any final shapes, final stretches, final movements, and then eventually work your way into any other shape that feels comfortable to spend these last few minutes in stillness. So we've done a lot of movement today, and know that these moments of stillness are just as valuable, just as nourishing, just as important as the movement. Giving our bodies a moment to integrate all of the benefits of our practice, letting them sink in, be absorbed. So then we get to maximize those benefits and carry the benefits of our practice with us until we next arrive on our mat. It's like we've just climbed to the top of the mountain and we're spending some time at the top enjoying the view. We're taking it all in, we're soaking it all in. We're taking a moment to reflect on what we've just achieved rather than getting to the top and then running straight back down again. So linger here with me at the top of the mountain. Let all the tension go from the body. Let any restriction go from the breath. Let the mind wander wherever it wants and just be still. Be here now and be still and silent. If you feel ready to come out of your Shavasana, please feel free to start adding in movement, finding a deeper breath. If you want to stay for longer, you can put me on pause. So connecting to your own inner teacher as you start to make your way back up to a comfortable seat. Finding movement, finding breath, finding whatever feels good. Maybe keep the eyes closed for these last few moments as you bring yourself back upright. Find a comfortable seat. We'll finish with just a few rounds of breath work here. We will inhale for 4, hold for 2, and exhale for 8. So lengthening the exhale helps us shift closer towards that parasympathetic nervous system, that rest, digest, relax. So we can move into the rest of our day feeling calm and present and peaceful. So let's all synchronize with a full, complete breath out. Release all of your breath. Then in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Do a few more rounds on your own in silence. At the end of your next exhale, come back to your normal breathing. Take a moment here to feel grateful for your body, for the things that it is capable of. Grateful for the time and the space that you had to do this practice. Grateful for all the teachers that came before me and passed on their knowledge so that we could be here today practicing the magic that is yoga. For the rest of your day, I hope that you think peaceful thoughts, I hope you speak peaceful words, and I hope you feel peace in your heart. Thank you so much for choosing to share your practice with me today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you had fun. I hope you enjoyed taking on all those challenging things. Hopefully you learned some new moves, some new transitions. If you did enjoy it, like I said at the start, I would be really grateful if you could take a few seconds to give it a big thumbs up, write a comment letting me know what you thought, and subscribe so that we can practice together again, hopefully very soon. Wishing you a wonderful day. Bye-bye.